Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abigail, and I make videos about special needs. I was born with a birth defect called congenital diaphragmatic hernia. It's a birth defect where my heart, liver, and spleen was on the wrong side of my body. My stomach was in my chest, and I had surgery to put all that back in the right spot as a baby. But it does cause like scoliosis, developmental delays, and a whole lot of other issues. About what I recently got diagnosed with, and that is gastroparesis. If you hear any background noise, my little brother is playing drums, so I do apologize. But today I'm going to be talking about what is gastroparesis, and second, the kind of snacks I've liked so far with having gastroparesis. So, how I got diagnosed with gastroparesis actually is probably a lot of people get diagnosed with it. Gastroparesis is like where it's really hard to explain. The best, basically a muscle in my stomach, it makes my food process like differently than normal. So like when I eat something, it can make me feel sick because like whenever you eat something, it takes so long for it to process at like a normal rate. But when you have gastroparesis, the muscle that your food like goes down to process in a normal way basically gets damaged. And because of that, a lot of people have to make like diet changes because there's a lot of things that you can't really have with having gastroparesis because it's harder to digest some foods. So basically, yeah, what gastroparesis is when like a muscle in your stomach gets hit and like the muscle that your food goes down to process correctly. And so basically the way I understand it is like that muscle, I guess, like closes up a little bit, and so food can't process as like normal. And so when that happens, your food processes slower, so it can cause like nausea, and it can also cause you to feel like hungry when you should be feeling full. So it's actually kind of easy to like overeat because your body is giving signals to your brain that you're hungry when your body is actually full. It just hasn't processed like it should. So basically, people with gastroparesis, instead of eating like 3 meals a day, we're supposed to eat like 4 to 5 meals per day, but like toddler size meals. I just recently got diagnosed, so there's like a lot of different options out there, but I've only been diagnosed with gastroparesis, I think, for like a few weeks. But these are some of the go-tos of mine for having gastroparesis. So I have a list on my phone, and then I have some snacks here that I want to show you guys. So for me, my gastroparesis doesn't really affect my drinking, but it does affect the way I eat. Like if I eat, it like usually makes me feel sick. So one of my go-tos is actually coffee. So you want to be sure that if you drink this that you're like old enough to. I mean, I'm 20, even though I'm really small, so I can have coffee. But obviously, like if you're a child, you might want to ask your parents if you can have coffee. But this is not wanting to show up very well. But this is caramel pecan. I'm trying to get more light in here. I can show you guys this. Anyways, this is caramel pecan, and it's just the Walmart brand. I have a coffee machine, and you basically just place this in the coffee machine and it pokes a hole in it and it makes your coffee. but this is one of my go-tos with having gastroparesis because it kind of gives like a little bit of a flavor to something, and because drinks don't make me feel sick, it's just food. It really helps to like be able to make a cup of coffee and actually be able to drink it. In just a minute, let me get a light so you can see better. Okay, so I got a little bit light, or not a little bit light. I got a little bitty light, and I hope that this helps y'all see a little better. It's a caramel pecan coffee, and yeah, this is one of my go-tos with having gastroparesis because, like I said, drinks don't really bother me. So this is definitely one of my go-tos. And actually, if you get this from Walmart, even though it is caramel flavored, it's not actually very sweet, so I usually add a little bit of sugar to it. But yeah, that's something that I really enjoy. And then this right here is cheese crackers. So I haven't actually like tried these yet, but we recently got these and I thought they might be better than the peanut butter ones because I can have peanut butter, but I'm supposed to have like a certain brand of peanut butter that's supposed to digest better. And with buying peanut butter crackers from the store, I don't think that they make some with the kind of peanut butter I can have. To be safe, I got these cheese ones, and like I said, I haven't tried them yet, but I am excited to try them. This is another go-to of mine with having gastroparesis. So it's baked chips. We actually put my name on these because these baked chips are the only kind of chips that I can have. With having gastroparesis, they're supposed to process very well. They're supposed to be good on your digestive system. And so yeah, these are like my go-to chips. There's actually spicy ones that I did like before I got diagnosed, but these are like my second go-to ones. And then, okay, with candy, I think they say dark chocolate process is probably the best. Now, as far as candy, the main thing I look for not to have in candy is nuts. Because they say that nuts with gastroparesis, nuts are hard to digest. So I try to stay away from like candy bars with nuts in it, things like Butterfingers, Hershey's with nuts. Candy bars like that I try to stay away from. But as far as candy bars that don't have nuts in them, then it's fine. So I got this kind of Kit Kat. It's Kit Kat, but it's dark chocolate, which is the kind of chocolate I can have. So that's what I really look for as far as like chocolate goes. I think technically you can have any kind of chocolate, but you're mainly not supposed to have the kind of chocolate that has nuts in it. So this is one of my go-tos because it doesn't have nuts. Another one of my go-tos with having gastroparesis is actually Starbursts. So I really like these because they're very chewy. So far they have seemed pretty easy to process for my system. And what I like about Starbursts is like you can pick the kind you like. Like there's strawberry or there's orange, and so yeah, that's another one of my go-tos as far as like candies and stuff. And then there's another one of my go-tos. So these are obviously chocolate chips, but these particular chocolate chips are actually dark chocolate, which I think is supposed to be easier to process on your system. So basically when we get dark chocolate chips, what I like to do is I like to like put them in a small baggie like this, because I can't have dark chocolate chips, but I have to measure them out because I can only have so much at a time. So I like measure them out, and then I put them in a secret place in my room so that whenever I'm like wanting a snack, then I can like grab the baggie and I know that that's how much I can have. Now these right here, these are cookies, obviously. Now these are actually cookies that a friend gave us. So I'm not really sure how well these cookies go on people with gastroparesis system, because I've never really had these before. But a friend of ours bought them for us, and as far as I know, they have no nuts in them. So I have had like one or two of them, and they haven't like really bothered me any. So basically, like I think you can have cookies, but like I said, none with nuts. Now there was, I think, a thing I read that said something about no cookies. Excuse me, but I think that was mostly talking about people that are diabetics, because they're not supposed to have a lot of sugar. So, like I said, for me personally, because I am not a diabetic, I try to stay away from candies that have like nuts and seeds. But as far as like small cookies like this, then they're okay. I think I've got all my snacks so far. Anyways, yeah, these are the kind of snacks that I actually keep in my room. And what I've been doing as far as like my food is I measure it out, and I eat about every 2 to 3 hours usually. There's sometimes where like after like 2 to 3 hours that I'm not that hungry, and so I might not have anything, or I might have a shake. But then other times where like, so okay, so anyways, yeah, those are like my go-to snacks usually. Like I said, I still don't know a whole lot about gastroparesis because I recently got diagnosed. But a lot of my other go-to things is milkshakes, but because I'm lactose intolerant, I actually use almond milk instead of regular milk. If you're not lactose intolerant, you can use regular milk. And also make a lot of like fruit smoothies. So you just all you do is like you get like frozen fruit like at the store, and then they have, at least where we live, they have like this frozen fruit bag that has like strawberries and blueberries and pineapple, and I think it's called like frozen mixed fruit. And all you have to do is put it in your blender and like your NutriBullet, and it makes a fruit smoothie. One thing about gastroparesis though is it's really important that if you're going to have like a milkshake or smoothie, that you do it in a replacement of a meal, because if you have a small meal and you have like a smoothie or a milkshake, then that can definitely fill you up fast. And with having gastroparesis, you don't want to get way too full because that can make you feel really sick. So that's what I usually do, is I eat like a small meal, and then like if I'm like 2 hours later, if I'm a little bit hungry but like food doesn't sound good, then I'll have like a fruit smoothie or a milkshake or something. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and I apologize if I sound sick. I am very sick. I recently got diagnosed with COVID, and so I'm trying to get over that, so I know that I probably sound sick. So anyway, I wanted to make this video to give you guys some ideas if you have gastroparesis or if you were just curious about what it's like to have it. And I see you guys next time. Bye, guys.